First of all, I want to get your take on Hamza Igamane on that situation, because plenty of comments coming in just now. Dennis says Igamane should never kick a ball for Rangers again. Pulled a fast one to get his value lowered. Either make him train with the kids for the rest of his contract, or sell at a lower price with a 50% sell on. But there's actually a couple of people saying, I mean, this one here, can't blame Hamza. It's the manager's fault. Don't really get where he's coming from with that. And Paul says, is Russell Martin throwing Igamane under the bus to deflect from the team's performance? So, I mean, what do you make of that, Swanee?
If Hamza Igamane was fit enough to go on the pitch and didn't go on the pitch, I think I heard some aeroplanes flying over Andy Newport's head when he was doing the stuff. He should be on one of them. And he certainly should not be anywhere near Ibrox again if that's the case. Now, you have to get to the bottom of it. We heard Russell Martin say, you have to take him, you have to trust the lad, that what he said, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. If he'd done a quad in the warm-up, you surely alert the management team, and the management team know about it.
Yeah.
So that doesn't sound good. Listen, we've heard a lot south of the border in recent weeks over players and how they go about getting moves. You only need to look at the Alexander Isak situation, and players do it in different ways. You've got Eze, who was basically carried out the door at Crystal Palace because he did everything professionally. Guys like, the word was that Kyogo wanted out of Celtic a long time before he did go, but he never down tools at any point. He kept working away. Matt O'Reilly did the same. If Hamza Igamane, as Andy says, is on the books, he's being handsomely paid, I'm sure, by Rangers. Rangers needed him today.
Yeah.
Rangers needed him at that point of the game. The manager quite clearly needed him. They needed somebody to go on and get them a goal. And it does not look good for me. It doesn't look good at all. And I feel slightly sorry for Russell Martin in that instance, because I've seen situations with managers before. I think we all have. He can't sit there and say he'll never play for me again, because if you're trying to sell a player, you can't tell the buying clubs he's out the door. Look what happened to Yanis Hadji. When Philip Mont basically said he won't play for me again, there was never any chance of anybody making a proper bid for the guy, because they knew, well, Rangers are in no position to bargain. So it's difficult for a manager to sit there and say that. He's not going to say that. He's never going to say that, even if he thinks it. But it will not. Russell Martin has to act strongly on this, because there's things going on at Rangers just now that on the pitch that are not good, and a lot of it goes back to what people say about the way the players are behind the scenes and things, the way it's been the last few years. There's just not that right mentality there. That's a perfect example. If that's a mentality at a goal down, when you need someone, it needs to be all hands on deck. But we need to find out for sure what the player's injury situation is first.
Yeah, no, look, for what it's worth, I completely agree. If he is at it, for want of a better phrase, he should never play for Rangers again. I mean, he's made thousands of pounds this week alone. But anyway.
I just find it very difficult to believe that if you do an injury in the warm up, you don't tell the management team.
Exactly.
Surely, if you're warming up, you pull up, you feel something, you've got to tell the management team straight away. Why would you say nothing and go sit on the bench? You're likely to be shouted upon.
Exactly.
So that doesn't add up to me.
And as you say, look, Rangers, I do think we're pretty.
Oh, sorry, I should butt in there, Daniel. I should butt in there. You might not say it if you're desperate to go on the pitch. Some players are desperate to play a cup final, and the gaffer says, "How are you?" "I'm all right, gaffer," even though you're feeling a bit because you want to play. You maybe don't say anything if you do want to play, but if you don't want to play, you certainly don't say. I can't imagine you just pull something and then decide you're not going to say anything about it.
Aye, and they were awful to the Rangers for large parts, but in the last 15 minutes, they could have won it. That's the thing. And a player like Igamane could have easily come on and scored the winner. Easily.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't look good. And it just pours more petrol onto the flames of what's going on just now. It's just another bad sign.